All right. I don't know how to start a video, but I have an idea. Let's just put it that way. So I've been
Okay.
kind of kicking around some suggestions with people over the last few days about different dendro teams, and something that I kind of stumbled into yesterday by accident, and also partially by accident and partially by just using concepts that I've applied from sort of other characters, especially Hu Tao. I kind of stumbled across this very low investment but super powerful and comfortable team for Tighnari. So it's, as you'll see, Tighnari is kind of on his standard for Wanderers Aqua build. Fischl, of course, being the best pair for Tighnari, is on Skyward Harp, and just whatever, 2 Vermilion, 2 Wanderers, just like the best combination of attack percent and EM that I could find for her. Uh, yeah, not really anything special with either of them. But things really get interesting when you get to the teammates. So I'm using Kale and Zhongli. Zhongli is on Favonius Lance, and Kale is on Elegy for the End. And this is the first thing I want to talk about, because Elegy for the End is an extremely broken support bow that gives all your teammates 100 EM and 20% attack. For 12 seconds after you get 4 of these things. And Kale can actually proc this pretty quickly. That gives 100 EM and 20% attack to both Fischl and Tighnari, both of whom do a lot of damage. So you get that buff on 2 characters doing damage. It just kind of, the effective value of it is doubled. And the same goes for her artifact set. She is using the 4-piece instructor set. This is, of course, a 4-star artifact set, but it's a 4-star artifact set that gives you 120 elemental mastery for 8 seconds after you trigger an elemental reaction. Also really, really, really good effect. Tighnari kind of double dips into EM. Fischl uses EM from her aggravate procs. So it's just a really valuable set for this team. And it lets you use more attack percent substats. It lets you use more attack and crit, as opposed to needing more elemental mastery substats in order to get their damage up. And then Zhongli is using the 4 Deepwood Memory set. This is, of course, the set that reduces dendro resistance by 30% for 8 seconds after a scalar burst hits opponents. Zhongli is a very, very good user of this set due to being able to proc it so quickly from off-field. His pillar procs it very easily. And the one thing that you can note is that these sets are interchangeable. If you want, Kale can run 4 Deepwood Memories, and Zhongli can run 4 Instructor. However, there are ease of play issues with both. Ease of play issue with Zhongli and 4 Deepwood is that bosses in particular can destroy his pillar, and the uptime can be a little bit wonky towards the end of the rotation. However, in my experience, it's not really an issue if you place his pillar appropriately. The other issue, if you have Zhongli on Instructor and if you have Kale on Deepwood, if you flip these 2 artifact sets, it's possible. However, you need to use Kale and Fischl to start the rotation unshielded, because in order for Instructor to proc, you need to trigger an elemental reaction with Zhongli if he was using it. So you need to use his pillar later in the rotation in order to ensure that he procs an elemental reaction and gets the EM buff. That can lead to ease of play against other bosses. You can get staggered, you can get knocked around if you're not careful about when you set up with the other 2. So just things to pay attention to. However, I think in general, this team is going to be super comfortable and very low investment. Like literally your Kale. My Kale is level 20. She has level 20, 1/1/1 talents, just the 4-piece instructor, and Elegy for the End. Literally all she needs. Elegy is replaceable with other bows, but the value of Elegy is super insane, and I'm just going to preach the value of it forever. This video is already 4 minutes long of just me ranting about the nature of this team. So, low benefits of this team, very much low investment, very easy to gear supports, and you get a lot of damage on these 2 characters. So, without any more of me talking, we're going to go down to the frog that masquerades as a rock and show you a little bit of the rotation demonstration. Come on. Come on.
Just like we rehearsed.
Group. Solidify.
Wings of darkness. Tight.
I hear everything.
All right. Just wanting the noise to go away before you end it. So, as you can see, the rotations for this team are really comfortable. Really easy. You can get Tighnari can get his burst back with very little issue. He's on only 111 recharge, and you're going to see I kind of had to use it a little later in the rotation the second time. However, with better particle management, with better particle generation, or a little more energy recharge than Tighnari, he's going to have very little to no energy issues at all to using his burst on a 12-second cooldown. And the team in general is just super comfortable, and you can reliably one cycle whatever boss you want to do.
Dry sheets of paper.
But yeah, that's the team. That's the idea. Anybody has any questions, hit me up, and see you next time.